Good morning, guys. Here for post game. I would have got this video out last night. Was just too. I mean, what can we say? I'm not going to say that they find new ways to lose, but I mean, goodness gracious, good game thus far for the offense. I mean, this team. I'm starting to think it's not even the personnel. It comes down to the coaching. There's no reason why a professional football team should have 12 penalties. 12 penalties, which equated to 90 yards. The football field is 100. So they basically gave them the field goal just on penalties alone. Just on penalties alone. I mean, okay, thank you, Apollo. Let's really break this down. The defense, once again, was horrible. Now, granted, Dante Whitner, he showed up. There was a sighting. He was playing hard. But where was Carlos Dansby? Christian Kirksey, missing tackles after tackles, tackling up high. This is basic football. Lower man wins, but yet you're tackling high, missing tackles. You're a linebacker. They teach you this in Muni League, but you're steady standing up. Had a coach, Coach Pledger. He always used the term titty tackling, and that's exactly what he was doing. Running around with his hands up. 439 yards the defense gave up. Woodhead, 10 attempts for 139 yards. 10 attempts. That means every time he touched the ball, it averaged 13 yards. Josh McCown was lights out once again. And what I'm starting to recognize, and it is bothering me, is that maybe, just maybe, the personnel here is really bad. Offensively, the only playmaker that you have on offense is Travis Benjamin. And I think the more I watch these games, the more I'm starting to understand why it is in Johnny Manziel's best interest to be sitting down. When you look at what they're able to do, this running game, while we saw a glimpse of it, is still bad. Duke Johnson is not a rushing back. He's more of a receiver back. By the way, that touchdown that he had against that linebacker to smoke him, and McCown threw it to a spot and he went to go get that, phenomenal. His upside is great. But rushing the ball, it was subpar, average. I fought Pettin because Flowers was out. They were starting two rookies, third string corners. And we couldn't dial up more passing yards. This game, their offensive line was decimated. From the center down to the right side. Right tackle, right guard, gone. This game should not have went to a offsides field goal. This game should have been easily won by at least 14 points. By at least 2 touchdowns. Josh McCown was having his way. The running game was not working. my buddy, he comes over, he says, but they were balanced. The hell is balance? What is balance when you don't win the game? You were balanced and you lost by 3. I would have been much satisfied with what, 25 rushing yards and maybe, I don't know, 450 in the air. Like, that would have been fine to me. And we won. They were going back and forth, playing this conservative run first. You don't have this is what baffles me. You don't have the offensive line to run the ball. You have a bunch of finesse guys that can do, that have better pass blocking. But you got a bunch of pass blockers, but you want to run the ball. You got a running back that can't run the ball, but you want to run the ball. I don't get it. We have Baltimore this Sunday in Baltimore. It's my hopes that they figure something out. Like, we're getting to the point where it's almost